shopping, waiting for somebody to release the money. I said Christmas season, the women them waiting for somebody to release the money. If you don't have none, find it. If you can't find none, borrow it. If you didn't get none, don't study it. Most important, we will still have fun. We will still run. So really, we will have it. If you go, you still have privilege. Jesus said, baila. This Christmas, I want mucho dinero, mucho. If you're able, on the table. Stop if you're able, on the Christmas is a way. The Christmas season, the blessing. We live, we will in the east side. This Christmas extraordinary. You didn't know on the night the Titans.
World by extension, I forgot Webster. We said we will. We October that last night was there listeners that's the YouTube and so sorry wait. Let me say good morning to Don Russell. I want us to go back to before we go back to the lines, direct for me. Guys, you need to log on to the YouTube. We were speaking to Mrs. Ross. You put this in communities of consistency and continue. So I'm and let me go back to Mr. Chan. Mr. Chan.
Good morning, adopted daughter.
Good
morning, Bruce. Good morning, Minister Roy. I did some you this morning, okay. And I thank you for today talk show programming. Mr. Roy, and to you. Whenever you're making a contribution, I want to say you are leading. You are leading contribution out. Whenever someone and you respond, what are the debate about? What you side, you respond directly. It means that you're well thought citizens have to be Prime Minister, when he was character counts.
Yeah.
And to me, citizen, character counts. And I'll tell you why I'm saying that. I'm saying that children must follow the leadership position. In Tobago East, you are leading the people in Tobago East in how they think, how they operate, how they conduct themselves. And that comes from character. And I'm saying that anybody like Mr. Duke, at this point in time, let me say clearly, I know people are trying to mince around it. At this point in time, the character of Mr. Watson Duke is compromised. Let me say that again. At this point in time, the character of Mr. Watson Duke is significantly compromised. And let me tell the people of Tobago East and the people of Trinidad and Tobago, the Prime Minister alluded to his conference when he said that Watson Duke is on the criminal court of Trinidad and Tobago on 5 charges of indecent assault, including rape. So I want to tell you, and I want to speak slow. I myself is indecent assault. And I did the research and I found what it is. Let me tell you people. Indecent assault is an act of physical, psychological, and emotional violation in the form of a sexual act inflicted on someone without their consent. It can involve forcing or manipulating someone to participate in any sexual act. A serious offense. It is an indictable offense, meaning that the person charged is not allowed to plead. And it is serious enough to earn a maximum sentence of 10 years in prison. Isn't that person's character compromised? I'm asking the people of Trinidad and Tobago and the people of Tobago East, how can you stand in a classroom when a representative like that comes to the room and a little boy asks, is that the same person? Is that the person who was a charge for rape? How can we deal with that with leadership? I'm not making a statement. Mr. Duke has his day in court. And that's what I'm saying. At this point in time, Mr. Watson Duke's character is compromised because of that very serious charge that he has before him. And I'm not talking about the other one, sedition. I'm saying about this one in particular that is very, very serious. So, madam, I want to wish you all the best. And I have the confidence that the good people that you serve will recognize, perhaps even after hearing what I said about that charge, because they would have heard it in different assault. They don't understand clearly what it is. It is serious. It carries a maximum penalty of 10 years. And at this point in time, Mr. Duke's character is significantly compromised. And he cannot stand as an example for children and young people in Trinidad and Tobago. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chance. Jenny.
Hi, morning again, Ms. Felix.
Morning.
Mr. Webster Roy,
Good
Honorable
morning.
Minister. Coming after Mr. Chance, our guru, is always a difficult thing to do. But I too share his sentiment. And Ms. Webster Roy, I would like to thank you for your service to Trinidad and Tobago, and for your character and your strength, your quiet strength that you show, how you go about doing what you have to do. And I too will want to emphasize on the persons of Tobago East that when you hear what Mr. Chance said about character, and you hear what Mr. Chance says about these indecent assault charges, that is like predator behavior. And if you're a sexual predator, you could use those type of skills in order to talk to persons who probably will not be as versed as you, to convince them to do all sorts of things, political things, things they wouldn't do normally. So we have to understand he's a creature of habit, and he will always go back to that. So I'm telling Ms. Webster, as always do, know your enemy. And when I say enemy, I mean anybody that is opposed to you. Once you understand the enemy that Watson Duke is, you're able to formalize a strategy to deal with him. And you also have to understand the persons who he appeals to and understand how they think and also make a strategy to deal with that. Because as I say again, he's a creature of habit. He doesn't do anything too far from what he has accustomed to. And even if they give him a script to read, just like Donald Trump, he can't help himself. He will deviate from that script, and he has to say something where the light is always on him. It's always idiotic and comical. However, the persons who, I don't mean any insult by this, but of weak minds will find that type of behavior to be something exciting and new because, he's talking out, look how he handled them, but not understanding the full danger that Watson Group present to our both countries, Trinidad and Tobago. And you, Ms. Webster Roy, have to understand your enemy, as I say again, and form a strategy to treat and deal with it. And I'm telling you, the sky's the limit for you and Minister Kojo once you're able to do that. So, my dear, you have a blessed day. Again, thank you for your service. And Ms. Felix, thank you for the time you always give me. Bye.
Thank you very much.
Sharon, I wanted to comment on this whole issue of character, and it's based on my experience. I think it was in 2017 or 2018, I went on the radio to do, a New Year, the first interview. And I remember I said to the people of Tobago, I said, when I was campaigning, people said they wanted a new type of politics. They wanted a new type of politician. They wanted somebody honest, somebody who is forthright. And I said, when I'm honest, they don't like it. When I refuse to compromise my integrity, it's a problem. So if you come to me and you want me to bend the rules to do something I know at the end of the day is going to lead towards corruption, I say to you, I can't. Because if I do it for you, I will have to do it to somebody else, and it's going to open up, a habit, a trend that is, first of all, doesn't speak to accountability and transparency. People are offended. But that's what you asked for. When I came to you, I said, this is me. There are certain things I'm not going to compromise on. I'm not going to compromise on my values. At the end of the day, when politics is over, I have my name and my name only. And I prefer to uphold my name. I prefer to have the substance behind the Ayana, Webster, Roy, than to compromise it just to make somebody happy for a few votes. I'm not going to compromise my name and my integrity. Sharon, I remember when we were preparing as candidates, Honorable Prime Minister said to us, if you're here to serve, you can be a part of my team. If you make genuine mistakes in trying to serve, I am with you. But if you did it willingly knowing you're going to benefit, you're on your own. And I respect the man for that. And I'm going to stand by. I'm not going to embarrass my Prime Minister. I'm not going to embarrass my parents. And I'm not going to have my children walk the streets with their head down. My name and my character, my integrity, that matters. And the other thing, Sharon, you see me? I prefer to upset a few men on the earth, and at the end of the day, when I have to account to God, I could face God.
Excellent. Caller, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm here calling in support of my area representative. And I am. I admire you. I respect you. I know you before you came into politics, and you haven't allowed the politics to change you. You are a true representative and stay focused, and you have my support, and that's my family. I do love you. This is Diane reporting.
Thanks, Diane. Sharon, let me give you a joke.
Thank you, Diane.
In 2015, when I was campaigning, because of my quiet nature, some people said, Ayana can't talk, Ayana can't talk. And every time I hit the platform, I would hear Diane and the family boarding, get them talk, Ayana. They say I can't talk, get them talk. But Sharon, by nature, I'm quiet. But when it comes to defending Tobago, defending, things that I hold dear to my heart, things that I value, I'm no longer the quiet, shy little girl. I become a force to be reckoned with.
Well, I could tell you, I see that today. I've seen that today. And no longer am I saying, Lord, I am comfortable in myself, that you could handle yourself. No longer am I feeling, oh gosh, I wonder if you're in. This morning you have proven to me that you're ready for the fight. Caller, good morning. Caller, good morning.
Good morning to the minister there.
Good morning. Oh, God, and I answer.
I will say to this minister, the young lady, what is inside this minister, what people want to represent them. Because why hearing here from this young lady, I wish this young lady was representing my area. I being honest, because she's very much performing very hard. But what I will tell you, ma'am, I will simply say this. You have to be like a bad dog. What Luke really is a dog, and he feels a bad dog. And you need to get out there and get on bad. Meaning that you need to go out there and debunk the foolishness that he does be coming on the air with. If they had to do the wrongs on the radio station, because remember, P&M does always start last. Because they have the trolls them in the radio station, them with us be bringing everything the same, but nothing we say. You understand? And you are working very hard. And I wish you, oh my God, what people want, what people looking for this man to call in and say, I'm sorry, but to give him what, since you a chance? Your life is about a raffle shit? What are you really looking for? Have a blessed day.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And now I have so much of callers on the line. Guys, you need to hold for me. Brother Sterling?
Good morning, Mr.
Right. Morning.
Oh, I'm glad to hear your voice. Morning, Lady Minister, Miss Webster.
Good morning, sir.
Happy morning, blessings to have you in the radio station. Morning, Mr. Chance, Miss Jenny. Morning, Sister Sean.
Yes?
Always remember, we Prime Minister, let's always have vibrant women around him. People with substance. People that you know could get the job done. Yeah? So I want to thank the minister this morning for all the hard work that you're doing in Tobago. Now, Ms. Westaroy, I had to say Tobagonian because all my generation from Jan Hill, Belgarden,
Tobago. Yeah, Tobago Eastman.
Huh?
Yeah, Tobago Eastman then.
Of course. Of course. And I love the work that you're taking part in Tobago, from half Tobago as it is. We can't worry with people who just have their own business or their own interests and heart. Yeah? We're dealing with people who dealing with the people. So thanks again, and you have a blessed. Hey, I forgot to tell me, my brethren, good morning. Mr. Bruce, good morning, sir.
Morning.
Blessings. So, Ms. Sharon, thanks again.
You're welcome
Blessings,
again.
and have a blessed and happy day to all. Thank you.
Thank you, Brother Sterling. Carol.
Good morning to you, my dear.
Good morning.
And good morning to MP Webster Roy.
Good morning.
Wow, lady, when I listen to you, you're quiet, but I hear the warrior spirit in you.
I tell you.
I'm telling you, coming out, girl, and that's what it takes. Now, you spoke about character and your good name. What did Shakespeare tell us? Who steals my purse steals trash.
That's right.
But you see my name? You hold strong to that, my lady. Hold strong to that. And as you rightly said, you would not compromise your values for anything or anybody. So that when your children and your people of Tobago, nobody could point a finger at you. They must be able to walk and hold their head high up and, as they walk. My father is also that. Do not be involved in any kind of corrupt deed. So you'll be able to hold your head high in the street and walk. Nobody can point to you. No. Opponent, Mr. Jew. Mr. Jew is a loose cannon. And he has dictatorship tendencies. Right? Look at him. Look at how he has PC. He can't run and he ruins everything.
And you tell me people want to follow him? He's an agent for the opposition. And that is why I'm wondering why people were charged under the Sedition Act, like Mr. Field and others. And there's nobody upheaval in the society. They charge him. Everybody are talking about Sedition Act, they should change, etc. Because why? He's the go-to guy. He's the man to pay him. Pass up Tobago. When he does that, he's there to pick up the pieces. But I things to you. You keep that warrior spirit with you. Fight for your people, because Tobago fall into the wrong hand, ruined. Who'll be there to pick up pieces for your children and your children? Blessing.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Carol. Brendan?
Hello, ma'am.
Good evening.
How are you?
I'm good.
She's the minister.
Yes, she's on.
Yeah.
I tell you, thank you for listening every day. You told me. I want to thank you so much. But go ahead and speak to Minister.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
This is Mr.
Hi, Mr. Bernard.
How are you? I'm going. Are you going to see election next year again?
Of course. I
Okay.
still have work to do for today.
Huh?
Yeah.
Sorry? I'll get up months ago. Yeah. So you just keep the pace and get along good. And don't mind you. And plans.
Very much.
You have a good day. Bye.
Overseas caller, good morning.
Good morning, Sharon. Good morning, Ms. Webster.
Eugene, you finally
Get in. How are you?
Good.
I'm in Roy. You of one of the women had into back in the 60s and the 70s. That woman is my mom, Beatrice Jew.
Oh.
Ever
Yes. She
was a counselor for 2 terms, and she left choice by vote, and that was the year when the THA was formed. So I've been among people with politics for years, and I listened to Watson Duke, and I've been saying Watson Duke is a narcissist. And I don't know if people know the meaning of that word, but we have one here in the States, number 45. That's all he does, try to get the spotlight on him. I had a run-in with Watson Duke on the Brother B show when Brother B was on 91.9. And Brother B had to pull him up and told him to apologize to me for what he was saying. At that time, he was talking about the oil in Tobago, and Tobago could survive on the oil and all this sort of thing. I told him that he's not a good representative for Tobago, and he went off on me. I met him after that at a New Year's Day party in Mason Hall, and Brother B took me to him. That was the first time I was meeting him, and he had to apologize to me again. I'm saying all this to let you know that you don't have anything to worry about with Watson Duke. Nothing at all, and to keep up the good work. Goodbye, Sharon. I have to meet you the next time I'm in Trinidad.
Yes, Mr. Eugene.
Maybe sometime before the end of the year. And goodbye.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Thank you very much. Guys, the lines are lit. I can't take enough calls. My hand getting weary. Caller, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
This is Aisha McKnight calling from Tobago.
Welcome.
I realize that a lot of young people are not calling in. I just want to say thank you to the minister for everything that she has done in Tobago East. Now, I am not Tobagonian by birth, originally from Point Fortin, and my family, my grandmother is from here. And I remember my grandmother telling me one thing some years ago before she died. You don't take candle. No, I don't want you to be go twang, excuse me. But you don't take candle to look for something in the night when you could see clear in the day.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the Tobagonians would understand that.
Mm-hmm.
So we see the track record. We see the track record of Mr. Duke in terms of what he has done to the PSA, what he is doing to Trinidad. When was the last time PSA had elections? Is this the same thing that he's coming to do? God forbid he wins a seat in the seat in Tobago East. Is this the same thing that he is planning to do with the THA as the minority leader? We need to think and we need to look at what is in front of us and make decisions based on that. I loved the idea of the roving office. You all, Shamfa and yourself had the legal aid clinic and that kind of thing, to help people who having issues. And this is something new and innovative. I have never seen that done in terms of MPs in Tobago. So I want to commend you all on that. So just continue the good work. Continue being in your community. Continue speaking to your people and letting your voice be heard. Don't let anybody take credit for your work.
That's right.
I know that you're a hard worker. Don't let anybody take credit for your work. And, people keep saying that he's a madman, he's a madman, he's a madman. And all you're willing to put a madman to govern or to guide you all. I have a friend in Trinidad that is joke and say, Watson Duke would be the next chief secretary. Watson Duke will be the next chief secretary and he will take all money and buy panty. And we laugh at that, but people, we need to be serious. We need to be serious. We need to look at the person and their governing, just how they govern. We're not talking about personal issues, We're talking about how they govern the organization that they have been a part of for all these years, how they interact with people. Miss Webster Roy has a background in community work. She has been on the ground, has always been on the ground. And when you walk through, when you walk through the Division of Community Development, Enterprise Development and Labor, and you mention the name, there is only good things to come from that name. And she has shown that as a member of parliament. So I just want to say, continue, keep up the good work. Ayana, keep up the good work.
Thanks.
Also to Shamfa, keep up the good work. There is nothing stopping you but yourself.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Caller, good.
Good morning. I'm here, the 30th call.
Oh, God. I see, and every time I try to get to you, you're gone.
The 30th call. Oh, Lord. You see how much time I call there? Oh, God. Alana, morning.
Hi, good morning.
How you do, girl?
Everything's fine.
Well, I hear you. And I hear listening to all you know, but let me tell you something. Don't worry with Mad Max, eh? I call him Mad Max. All right? Don't you worry. Everything is in control for you. Don't worry, he can't win you in Tobago East here. You have to try something again. That man, just imagine, I want to know if Tobagonian crazy. That they are, you're hearing me?
Yes, I'm hearing, I'm listening.
I'm not on here.
Yes, you are.
I'm listening, yeah.
I want to know if Tobagonians are crazy to go and put that man there to say he's chief second Tobago or put him as Prime Minister Trinidad and Tobago. Imagine that young man does get on as though he's a schoolboy. Imagine the other day I see him climbing a tree like monkey. When monkey climbing a tree, want to say he could climb that more than the Prime Minister. He raising up his sleeve just yesterday. Yesterday I see he raising up his sleeve like he want to fight. When them schoolboy pitching marble and they lose their game. Mm-hmm. That is how he getting on. Imagine Tobagonians could take God out of the thought. That man said after 6 months, After 6 months, he's going to give Tobago what you call it,
Independence.
What he going to mine us with? What he going to mine us with? That man living in a fool's paradise. Tobagonians, open all your ears and all your eyes and see what all the crazy to follow this man. All the crazy. This man getting on as though I don't know what is the matter with him. They better check his health and see if he's all right. Imagine this man when they stand up and talk and say what you going to go to for Tobago. We don't have an airport, we don't have a proper airport, we don't have a proper seaport, we don't have no reserve, nothing to run this island. You think the taxes what Tobago pay gathering here could mind Tobagonians? This is the island, the taxes that they're putting in here could mind Tobagonians. They have to pay pensioners, they have to pay public servants, they have to pay this. Want to go back like 1980. 1980 when we couldn't get our salary when month come. Let them remember. The cool girl, I can't talk too much. Let them remember that what happened in 1980 when people couldn't get the salary. He wants to carry us back there. He's crazy.
All right, my darling. I'll talk to you later. Yes.
You know, I couldn't call earlier because I had these 2 little charges to get ready for school.
Yes.
Hope you get well soon.
So take care. Have a good day.
All right, my darling.
Sharon, you know, I'm sitting here and all I'm reflecting on is when the caller said that, Mr. Duke said that Tobago is easy to control.
Because they don't read papers
and
they don't listen.
Sharon, I'm hurting. That's the level of disdain for the people of Tobago East.
Village.
Good morning to you, Ms. Phillips. Well, I almost say forget you.
No, I ain't forget you, boy. I taken all the calls because I'm trying to hold everybody so they don't say they're not getting in. So.
But I must thank you for easing up my fingers. I'm so happy to know that you feel how I didn't feel it since the MP come on the station at Thailand. My fingers started hot with you. And you ever deal with royalty. Good morning, Minister.
Good morning. How are you going?
I'm fine and even better hearing your voice on the radio today.
Oh,
but
nice.
I hold it on so long and everybody say what I really wanted to say. So all I have to say this morning, Minister, the worst cocktails I get is when 2 women hold on to you and beat your real body center because all kind of chugil and all kind of things. So me and fighting for you and your political sister, your political twin sister. And I know when all you hold him in the center is what all you will do to him and beat him real bad because what it is all about the interests of the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Not Tobago alone because as far as I'm concerned, you live in Trinidad and you don't yourself care about Trinidad. All you're interested is to take Tobago and take all and do what you want with it. Because look what he did yesterday. Take the money from one bank and cross in you with all the money. I wonder if you were going to check and take all the money wherever they are allocated for Tobago and take it and put it from Central Bank and bank. So my political sisters, you must feel it. Brought me sorry about that. A lot of money. You know, ladies always come first. We living in a woman's society right now.
Say good morning.
My brother bought me. Don't get nervous. You know, you're still my brother.
Morning, sir.
So Minister, you continue doing the work of the people of Trinidad and Tobago and do what you have to do and do what you have custom doing best. So you all have a better day and may God richly continue to bless you all.
Thank you and God bless you as well.
Caller, good morning. The line's going mad.
Good morning, Sharon.
Morning, my dear. How are you?
Oh, good. Good morning, Minister. I hope I'm coming over clear.
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Sharon, Minister, you know, what Duke is trying to appeal to the very base primordial instinct of the Tobagonian with this digging up the skeleton of this Tobago in so-called, well, I don't know, whatever he's calling it now, is it independence or whatever. And he does not understand as a leader that there is a process. Secession takes its process. It is not when Mr. Duke says that he wants
Tobago to have its own central bank. That's when I knew that Mr. Duke is a totally literate. Mr. Duke does not understand the basics of governance at all. This is a process that Trinidad and Tobago have to go through. And you know what bothers me the most is that Mr. Duke is gathering some kind of attention from my very intelligent and articulate Tobagonian brothers and sisters. When did we get this way? Because, he's not himself considering that there's a huge diaspora outside of Tobago that you must consider, like myself. My both parents are Tobagonians, my grandparents are Tobagonians. We have huge investments in Tobago, property investment, family investment. Mr. Duke is a totally literate. And it can be easily explained, Mr. Duke needs diagnosis. There are 200 or something psychiatric diseases. And Mr. Duke has several of them. It appears he just needs proper diagnosis and treatment. Narcissism is just one of them. Mr. Duke needs an intervention and proper treatment. He is not a leader, and he simply does not understand that. And I hope Tobagonians just stay away from the rhetoric that Mr. Duke is trying to spread. And one more thing too, Ms. Sharon. I understand now why the UNC is supporting Mr. Duke. It is a racist agenda. They are hoping that Mr. Duke could so damage the reputation and the relationship between Trinidad and Tobago that it will be irretrievable. And then they could get African people to further divide themselves, so they will be a lesser threat to the Tobago, to the UNC. Because Tobago have two seats that have always been either between Tobago and they're hoping that we will damage it so severely that we will not be able to come together at all to threaten them a little bit more than they hope.
Caller, I want to ask you to leave it there. The lines are blazing and we're getting close to the 9 o'clock hour. All right? Overseas caller, good morning, Miss Tunapuna, you there?
Have a punch, with a mile and a half for you.
Yes.
You don't radio. For me, please. Oh, God, Sharon.
Yes.
Because he said she take long to get in. Well, boy, from the moment I hang up, a man gets in before me. He gets in while I waiting all the time and he ain't calling me. But anyway, good morning to the Minister, Webster Roy. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning to Tobago. Come on, listen to me here myself, come on. Yeah. Miss Roy, I've been watching you, following you, when I see you on, you and your partner in crowd next to you, Miss Dolly, I think is your partner next to you. All of that by the both of you, I said, they're like twins, boy. But anyway, nothing sequence, More like two pieces in a pod. And Miss Shafa Kojo, good morning. Listen, I want to send out belated condolences. I saw the funeral of the PDP, and I want to send belated condolences to them on the death of PDP. Let me tell you something. Mr. Duke is not fighting no election. It is alleged. He is being paid. It is alleged. Yeah? He's getting paid to bring the election to the partnership. To the UNC, because they know they might have charges against him. They don't know what the results would be. So he did all what he did in Tobago. What they make it careful what they ask for, I'm telling all of that. Once the Duke is not in all your good favors, that is the matter they have to watch. Remember Charlie, Dr. Rowley, to swim from Tobago to Trinidad? He pulled a bluff. He went up on that tree, climbed up in that tree, and tell Dr. Rowley, come and climb. That man is a comic. All they want you a real man, they only want you a mad scientist there. The man loves himself so much that he wants all the attention. But I want to tell him something. I will close down because I have my own thing to take care of here. I want to all hear me good. We're going to beat them in the east. Mm-hmm. We're going to beat them in the west. Mm-hmm. We're going to beat them in the north.
All right.
We're going to beat them in the south.
All the time.
We're going to beat them in central.
Okay.
We're going to beat them in Tobago east. We're going to beat them in Tobago west. We're going to beat them in the whole of Tobago. Great is the PRM. I said great is the PRM. Great is the PRM. of them, and they will prevent for the rest of my life. And I have a long way to live still. Kamala always not coming back. I take that pipe and smoke it. She sit down there like the like the Benancy and the plantain. Mr. Webster, you know that story? That's the plantain. He cried in one eye and he watched the plantain with the other eye. I'm gone.
PNM coming.
Wendell, good morning.
Sean, you wouldn't have so COP coming. you wouldn't. But Sean, I call in to talk on this topic, and this is a serious issue. I just talk about national issues. I just say either COP, I say PNM is the problem, UNC is not the solution. But Sean, when I watch back in Tobago and I look at where Tobago has come from to now, and look at the people who fought for Tobago, and I look at the former chairman and secretaries of Tobago House Assembly, and I look at who are the people who hold those high offices and the position of what they stand for. And I will like the minister, and I would like her when she go to cabinet, so that they could bring legislation to the parliament and to the country. Anytime somebody have a criminal charge by the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service, they must not seek public office at all until their name is completely clear. And I want to ask Tobagonians today, I speak in Tobagonians today, you all see who you all are as chief secretary, chairman, or they will let Robinson walk to go down the drain, what he fought for Tobago House of Assembly. When we see chairman as Davison, when we see chairman as Hochul Charles, when we see chairman as Brooms, not Brooms, Davison, when we see chairman of he died now, I can't remember his name, but they will go, they're coming down the line. When we see those chairman, even the one who in London today, who was former chief secretary of the London, I didn't just argue with the same thing. When we look at the office, when we look at educationists as Mackenzie, who was independent senator, who at the Great Tobago, part of the Ivy story, name after her. When we look and we see, so educationists, Cecil Corrut, right? How those people are live voice so quiet today. They're seeing what is Tobago. People who be offer Tobago hope. Are we seeing Tobago? Are we seeing? When we look and we see Martin Joseph, who's a senior, not a senior,
Martin George.
Martin George, important lawyer in Tobago, who voiced go through the chambers of Tobago, chambers and commerce. Are you not going to see? Are you still remaining quiet about this point in time? What about this woman who wanted to be the next leader for Tobago, chief secretary, who also was a former minister and a senator under the PP, right? Chrislyn Moore. What does she take on this? We cannot, as Trinidadian and Tobagonians, see people being charged and want to be part and parcel of our legislation, the highest court in the land, and they want to put themselves forward. What about if we hear that Duke is the member of parliament for today, and the next day you hear the court for him guilty? Are we going to live with that content on our mind? We see it that they were opposition leaders saying people is she brother, where the court say go back and investigate, right? Saying there is my brother, there is my sister, there is an aunt, and I want to offer you this. Long time I've been calling for Glen Ram to go. Long time I said Glen Ram should have been fired from the time he have been charged, right? It took until the last end when you hear the Prime Minister call again. Glen Ram must go that she tell him to finally top on this. And I just are they going to make us feel like we have comic book so that when they select the older man, they put him in as an older man and he's still before the court? People of this country only open all their eyes and see what's taking place in Trinidad and Tobago today, right? And I have always said, Kamala Posabisasa should never be Prime Minister of this country again. We hold their own people. I never say, Jack Warner say, that's how, when he's angry UNC, and when you ask him about Kamala, he say, Kamala who? Right? Baze Pandey is the one who say Kamala Posabisasa is not a leader. Derek Ramshumi, who says she's tainted. I didn't say it, you know. He said she's tainted, and who look at the people she is surrounded by. So people with no substance, people with no character. And this is what the UNC want to offer Trinidad and Tobago today as an alternative government. Trinidad and Tobago open all their eyes. They have important election coming.
Wendell?
They must never be hoodwinked and be fooled like Amla Posadi says. I go on.
All right, thank you very much. I want to give the minister opportunity to give her closing remarks because we have come to an end of our interview. I want to thank her for passing through and being here with us and giving us all the information. Ms. Roy?
Sharon, I want to thank you for the opportunity, and I want to say to the people of Tobago East and the people of Tobago and the people of Trinidad and Tobago, when you examine me, my character, my track record of service would speak for itself. And apart from my character, my track record of service, I belong to a wider institution, a powerful institution, an institution that has always put people first, the People's National Movement. So whatever I do, whatever we do as a party is always in the best interest of the people of Trinidad and Tobago. I want to remind the people of Tobago East of what the gentleman said. Mr. Duke is speaking about Tobago East in such a way that he said that Tobago East is easy to control because we don't listen to the news and we don't read newspapers. Easy to control. I would never try to control my constituency. What I endeavor to do is to work alongside my constituents. Mutual respect, mutual love, and a shared vision for Tobago East. Never would I try to control them. Never would I speak about the constituency and the people of Tobago in such a manner. Because at the end of the day, I'm a Tobagonian. I reside in Tobago. My children live in Tobago. To the people of Trinidad and Tobago, I want to just assure us that, yes, it has been a tough journey, but we have the right team at the helm to take Trinidad and Tobago forward. And I want to commend the Honorable Prime Minister and commend all my colleagues for the excellent work that they have been doing. Yesterday, we opened a regional office and assessment center in Chaguanas. It shows that we continue to put our children first. It shows that we will always and continue to do the best we can with resources allocated, and it proves that we have been able to do more with less. May God bless the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Thank you.
All right, so Trinidad and Tobago, this is the end of our interview with Minister Ayana Webster Roy and a Member of Parliament for the constituency of Tobago East. Thank you, guys. We're going to a break. When we come back, we have more talk. You know, it's the Street 919 FM and Titans of Democracy. Thank you, guys.
All you have to do is submit a